Looks like there's going to be a Nico ban. 1 second.
Impure fools.
Looks like the teams are fairly, picking up that horn. It's gonna be, pretty nice. The Forge got himself. They still probably wouldn't be able to hear you, Cody, so give it a shot. Yeah.
Your worst decisions will haunt you.
I do not rest. We await our time.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to be getting into game one. It looks like the teams pick up fairly standard compositions. Looks like they're going to have some pretty decent late games on both these sides. Interesting TF AD carry pick. However, we have seen Anza do that in the past. He has decided to pull it out again for game number one. We're going to go ahead and get into game one here shortly. With both these teams entering the Rift for the first time against each other, at least. Okay, so we're almost into game one. Let's go ahead and kick this off. Our third match of the season. I'm liking both these game comps. It looks like the fights are going to be fairly deadly. There's a lot of pick potential on the LP Island side, but there's also a good bit of it on the Knights side. Both sides are decently team fighty, it looks like, so it'll definitely be an exciting match, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think of these two team comps, Dragon?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I have personal experience with both of these.
You've played with both these teams?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Also, mildly, had to be the stream for double checking things.
Yeah.
Sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
I have had personal experience with both of these teams. Both can handle themselves quite well now. And we are seeing a Remus that seemingly wants to try and aggressively look out with that bush now, but it's not going to happen. Especially without getting punished
Minions
by
have
Senna
spawned.
for a free soul. So no invade happens here. Whether sadly or not sadly is dependent on the viewer's choice for excitement now.
All the excitement. I can feel it building.
The end just but the real difference between their kingdoms fast enough that they could try to aggressively as well. Or in the top lane, he's getting some good points on kills.
Well,
Far more slower.
it does look like both junglers started bottom side, Warwick opting for the full clear rather than Rammus, who's just going more buff to buff. Both top laners getting a decent trade off in there. Ornn is going to have the advantage in the early stage of this lane, at least until level 6 especially, when Kayle finally gets her ability to be ranged unlocked. Oh. Very nice damage. Very nice damage going off onto that Senna. Oh, the hook just missing, getting the stun off. However, Senna does get taken down for first blood. Jhin and Nautilus do have that advantage. However, Ornn slightly missing his W. That might have been lethal otherwise. However, that was a really close knife trade. Scout getting in there onto Rammus. Will he be able to take the Rammus down? Rammus flashes away to safety just fine. It does cost him the flash, however. Kale gets that first blood gold. That is nice for her, but thankfully for Ornn, he does get the follow-up return kill, going 1 for 1. The gold difference is in the LP Island favor of around 400 gold. That's basically the kill difference between them. I mean, the game could definitely swing either way, especially with Anza being able to pick up extra gold from his passive as the AD carry player on that TF. Oh, there's a gang going down in bottom lane. Rammus getting on to one of them, getting exhausted, able to get the taunt down, but Warwick is there to follow up. Will he be able to get there in time? No, Gray does go down. However, will they be able to get the return kill onto the Nautilus? They do so, but will they find anything else? I think they should just back off and take the 1 for 1. That was a nice follow-up by a Scout, being able to be down there. Oh, a nice gold card, able to get some damage down. That Jhin does not have that much mana to be able to trade back. However, since Rammus is still there, Anza does have to be worried about that. Core hitting level 6. He is low on mana. Akali will be level 6 here shortly to match. Akali is in the better position, at least right now, due to the amount of mana. Scout getting found out. Able to get some health back from just being Warwick. However, he is able to get brought down for a kill right in front of that dragon pit. Not much happening in the top lane. Akali getting some... Ooh, very nice. That's lethal. Yeah, that's lethal. I don't think Kayle has the advantage in this lane until at least level 11 unless she acquires the lead elsewhere in lane. I don't think this Kayle is far enough ahead of this Ornn to have a strict advantage over him. She just has a much easier time as not being a melee champion anymore and having to walk up to get the CS anymore. I think things just stabilize more so than for her, rather than her getting an outright advantage. However, even though Rammus was able to get that bottom side pressure by killing Warwick earlier, red side is able to pick up that Ocean Dragon for themselves, which will actually help with their fairly tanky, jungler and top laner. Ocean Dragon does have some nice sustain there. He can. He upgrades mythic items, but there is a fight going down in bottom lane. Just some health being traded onto, Gray right there. She does wind up losing some health, but she will be able to regain that by simply healing herself. The game should be stable for now unless they go ahead and land another hook onto Gray. Root her up with that W. She does manage to get away. Will she be able to happy feet her way to safety as another fight does happen in the top lane? Some trades going down. Ornn looks like he's going to fall to the Kayle. As a flash happens, Akali is able to pick up the kill onto Gray. They will crash this wave under tower and probably pick themselves up some plates, as that was a nice roam from Akali. Oh, and that could have potentially turned into something, however it doesn't really, besides just some time. Core will lose a wave mid under that tower. Nautilus will land a hook onto Gray. will take some damage, but Nautilus getting hit hard himself. Rammus is coming down. Will they be able to pick up the kill onto the Nautilus? No, they will not, as Rammus was there to save the day. Very unlucky timing.
And a very good catch out, not even playing for the gank on a color, getting the kill for it too. Something very, very all time when elements have their own issues in different ways. Senna getting nearly one shot by
Killing
Jhin
spree.
and dying.
They won't get a. They wouldn't get a plate from this unless Rammus stays. Rammus is not sticking around. Akali's going in. Zoe lives. Zoe gets that kill. I mean, I don't think Rammus should have done that. Sure, they should have just let her live. They blew a lot of resources to get a 1-for-1 kill. I don't think that's worth it. As a kill does happen up here, Kayle taking some damage. However, she is going to be able to sustain herself and stay alive, especially with that ultimate. That does kind of whiff a little bit, but they do go 1-for-1. That is a nice shot down onto Ornn. He is going to get tanky from that. However, Kayle is just going to scale, and Warwick is dropping that Herald top lane. It's really hard to play this matchup bottom lane. I mean, like, Senna is a good champion, and the player is good on that champion. However, when you're playing against a Jhin Nautilus as a TF Senna, that's just asking for trouble. That's some nice trades going down on mid onto the collar. Oh, there's a gank mid lane. Rammus is going to land the taunt. However, will there be enough time for Akali to follow up? No. I mean, they just are going to do damage to each other. It's not going to result into much. Nautilus is hanging around river warding. Warwick will run it into Rammus and Nautilus. However, this is a very bad situation. Nautilus lands a hook. This is a dead wolf. Oh, Hansa does teleport. Akali's into 3 of them. Akali gets a nice ult. Will they... They'll get a gold card. Yep, that's a kill. Will they be able to chase Jhin down too? No, I think Jhin just gets away. That was definitely a good fight in favor of the red team. They pick up more there, especially since their members are able to be around the map and they're able to get up to the second dragon, which gets them one step closer to that soul point at the end of the day. It'll be a mountain dragon at this game, it looks like, so mountain soul. I don't think that really benefits either team all that much. I think blue team benefits from it slightly more. I mean, tank stats are usually just always good, but I don't think it's going to make or break this game. I don't think either of these teams should prioritize it. I don't think it'll make or break this game, because if this game lasts until blue side gets Mountain Soul, they should win anyway, right? They have Kayle. Scout able to pick up a kill onto the Akali. That's a nice shutdown onto Scout. He is able to just go out and leave since there's no one really threatening around. Will they be able to land a nice W onto this Jhin and kill him? He is under the safety of his own tower. There is Nautilus coming. I'm going to land a hook onto Anza. He just gets instantly bursted. Yeah, that fight started in TF's favor. They just had more people down there since Red Team had the advantage top side, so they had a weak side bottom of the map. So that's one of the reasons why. But they were able to pick up some kills and some pressure in that top side of the enemy jungle. It was very nice for them, able to pick up some gold and, you know, kill some enemy players. However, Zoe does get caught out by a Nautilus Q. Nothing really will happen from it. She'll go in to try to land a Sleepy Trouble Bubble and isn't able to connect onto anyone, looking for some Qs out from a distance. However, not really much other than some just idle pressure on this tower. Oh, Warwick missing it. He missed his ult, but he's able to get out of there. They don't really lose much, and you know. Almost getting that trouble bubble. Warwick is there. Doesn't connect to the Nautilus Q. However, he will take half his health and damage from that Zoe. There are TPs happening. The Oran Horn hitting several members as Akali just gets slept. Able to get taken down. The fight is across the whole entirety of the river. Players getting bursted down. Ray falling. More players on the red team falling as the blue team just chokehold them in that choke point for the river. They will be able to pick up that mountain dragon and then some. We get to see the crisp Zoe mechanic stalling the mountain dragon as she's fishing for more. She doesn't know. Yeah. Okay, they don't get the mountain dragon, they don't really get anything, so while losing that fight was kind of tragic for the red side, they don't really lose any major objectives from that. It's only some slight gold going over from those kills initially. Both teams are able to reset and try for the dragon again, it looks like. I don't think their ultimates were bad. I think they just fought in the choke point, and that favors the blue team right there. However, another fight is breaking out. Gray gets chunked down. Warwick gets stranded in the pit by himself. Zoe had low HP and didn't reset before this fight happened. Red team is able to get the dragon, thus bringing them 1 point closer to Seoul, as they just are on full retreat and manage to escape from the fight with only losing 2 players.
It is tragic for the blue side that Rennes did not have his smite up. It should have been an easy boundary there.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
As they break through the
Oh, some definitely nice shot down gold into her pocket. She's really strong. Warwick's on the blood scent. He's smelling this Rammus. Will he continue to chase? Akali is going to be there as well. He is on the hunt. He smells this Kale. He's on his way. They know that he's coming. However, this is the full-scale retreat. Manages to flash the ultimate, and then he is picked up. Oh, that's one greedy Warwick. He was on. He. Okay. Almost land. I see what the Zoe was trying to go for. I like it. Wasn't able to find it. Probably didn't have enough range. Jhin is a very fast champion. But they should be able to knock down this mid-tier 1. I don't think the blue team are going to be able to get there in time to defend it. And even if they are, I mean, is it really worth like risking like numbers advantage for? Like, sure, they'll be able to get most of their members there in time, but Kale won't be. Red team might be able to force something before then. They're all clumped up. Jhin gets chunked down by 1 Q. Will they be able to find much more from here? They do shut down Jhin right away, but Ornn does get taken down. There wasn't that much follow-up there in time. They are able to land another gold card. Get that. Ooh! So. One thing you've got to take into consideration, that Ornn just hit level 13. He's going to start having his upgraded items. They are going to be able to upgrade the mythic items on the side of that red team. So that'll give I know it used to be around 1,000 gold worth of stats. I'm not sure how much it is now. With this new season, it probably varies on the champion and which specific mythic item he upgrades. However, with him being able to upgrade mythic items, I'd argue that that ability is even more valuable than it used to be.
What they can do for certain champions. And we see another Gallifrey.
20 seconds until this is soul point for the red team. As the fight breaks out, Ornn taking damage, healed up. Warwick landing a nice ult. Ornn getting a nice ultimate to follow up. Ooh, that's some really nice thing. But Akali does take one member down. They just get chased down. I think they're just getting outstatted. It is unfortunate to see. That was a really nice engage and some really nice team play. However, I just think the team composition that the blue side pulled out is a lot more balanced and a lot more like easy to pull off. You just kind of point and click, you fight front to back. It's really easy to take them down.
And it's a lot more personal too. Like with people with a college and you can just murder
Uh, It's impossible. It's impossible to play Zoe into tanks, and with having a front line like Nautilus and having a front liner like Rammus, it's very hard for Zoe to play the way that she wants. Sure, there is a lot of squishy champions, but it's Jhin and Akali. Those two champions are really hard to hit, and Kayle can also play around it. I think if the red team do lose this game, they lose mostly from that draft. I'm not saying that their draft is necessarily bad. Red team has a lot of global pressure and a lot of map pressure with that Warwick and TF. And Ornn is able to engage from very far distances as well. Another fight is breaking out. I think they should just focus on trying to kill that Baron and distracting them. Or just fight. One of the two. They shouldn't be like on and off like this. This is really unfortunate. They just get collapsed on after having started the Baron, getting it to around half HP, and it's a really tough situation to be in, because it's like, do you fight or do you just finish the worm? And especially if like the enemy is poking their heads in, it's really tough to make a decision and commit to it, especially when the enemy team is stronger than you. Oh, Kayle flashes over. Kayle does hit level 16 from that fight as well. I want to see the Forge God. Ah, that would have been so free. I wanted to see the call the Forge God. I mean, killing that Jhin, like that's so free. Look at how strong he is. He's 13, 1, and 10. I mean, they could have, but they just killed Baron. What would a team do generally after killing Baron? Resetting. If you're in red team's shoes, you really have to make plays. You can't just keep on playing standard. You have to try something risky. You have to make the move. Yeah. Ornn and Zoe. the curtains call, and it looks like it's going to be game. It looks like it's going to be game one for blue team. Well, GG, well played to LP Island. We're going to be starting game 2 here soon.
And now you close your eyes. They just haven't seen it. They just haven't seen it. And now you close your eyes. They just haven't seen it. They just haven't seen it.